Hi everyone, I'm Corey Gayhart. I'm an avid social media junkie, as some of you may know. I'm also a political junkie. I'm obsessed with politics, and I'm very vocal about it when I'm on social media. So to start this out, I'm going to talk about my interest in politics and how that came to be. So the presidential election in 2008. I live in Fairborn, Ohio. As many of you know, Ohio is a very active political state, and it's a very important state in national politics. It's a swing state, so we have a pretty even amount of Democrats and Republicans and independents. So our state does not vote for one party or the other. We sway a lot depending on what our opinions are. So this is in 2008. This is in my hometown at the Nutter Center. It seats 16,000. And this is now President Barack Obama speaking at a rally there. That arrow is pointing to me and my mom, section 206. And she took me to that rally to expose me to a political view, to expose me to politics as we know it today. And that kind of jump-started my interest in politics because it was inspiring to hear a presidential candidate speak in my hometown and to hear him speak at an age where I didn't really understand the details, but talks of better K-12 education and more jobs sounded amazing, especially after the economic downturn at the end of George W. Bush's term. So this was a turning point in my life, especially now that I'm considering switching my major to political science, because it completely altered my interests and made me interested in a subject that is now possibly my future career path. So social media. 1.73 billion people worldwide are on social media. 73% of adults in the United States are active on social media. That amounts to more than 235 million people in our country alone. That's not counting children or teenagers either, which accounts for a huge part of the population as well. So that is an extremely important communication outlet for politicians, for anyone to use. I communicate with family that live far away. I communicate with politicians. I communicate with friends. So social media, this number is growing exponentially every day. It's growing by the thousands every day in all of the countries around the world. So how do these two relate? Well, they relate through cyber activism. Cyber activism is the process of advocating for certain social, political, or socioeconomic issues online through social media outlets, through news outlets, through media outlets. So cyber activism is extremely prevalent in today's society. One prime example is the 2008 election. John McCain and Barack Obama. Barack Obama was a very not well-known senator from Illinois. Everybody thought, oh, Hillary Clinton, everybody knows her, she'll be the Democratic nominee and go up against whoever the Republican nominee is. Well, wrong. Barack Obama was able to access a demographic that a lot of the other candidates weren't able to reach to. He was able to reach the young voters, the college voters, and the young adults. That demographic was lacking, especially in the general election between John McCain and Barack Obama, because the young voters felt like they could connect to Obama. He was able to personally communicate with people. I was friends with him on Facebook after the rally that I went to. I liked his page, and he would post pictures of his family eating dinner and post pictures at rallies and events, and it made the campaign personal because I was able to see his emotional and personal side, which is something that was lacking in the other candidates because the only time you saw them, they were on TV in a debate platform or at a rally. So this was a turning point in politics in the United States. The advocacy that Barack Obama instituted on social media, namely Facebook, was one of the largest social media revolutions and largest political revolutions the world has seen today. Because now, politicians are all on Facebook. They're all on social media, and they're trying to find new outlets to reach their constituents. And with the growing numbers of social media users, this is a key factor to get elected or win or support an issue. So, Barack Obama's Facebook page. You can see here, almost 46 million people are friends with him on Facebook. 46 million. That is a huge chunk of people. Now, not all of them are from the United States, but a lot of those are voters and supporters who can vocalize their support for him through cyber activism in terms of sharing posts, commenting. So this was a huge turning point in politics in the United States. And especially 46 million people, that's unheard of. That is unheard of on social media. John McCain's Facebook page. 913,000 people are friends or like his page. This just shows how different these two candidates were in the 2008 election. He started his Facebook page in July of 2008, 2 months before he would have to go into the general election. Barack Obama had his Facebook page going in early 2007. There's a huge difference there, and there was also a huge difference in the demographic that supported Barack Obama versus the demographic that supported John McCain. So, jump to the 2012 election. Still, huge difference. It was starting to pick up, social media use was starting to grow, and politicians were starting to get the idea like, hey, I need to get on there. I need to reach those people that otherwise wouldn't be interested politically. But still, there was no comparison. I mean, look at these numbers. 30.7 million, 8.8. YouTube viewers who watch their videos, their commercials, their ads online. 237,000, 23,000. You guys can read and you guys can see. Barack Obama won the social media platform. Therefore, he won the election. It's a must-have, and you must be on social media to win or even be competitive in an election. So, this is social media from the 2012 presidential election with all of the candidates listed, except obviously there was only one Democrat because he was an incumbent. And these are the numbers of social media followers between Twitter and Facebook. Once again, no comparison. Barack Obama's numbers are skyrocketing over all of the Republicans, and the next highest Republican is Newt Gingrich, who didn't even get the nomination. Mitt Romney got the nomination and ended up going against Barack Obama in the general election. And while this election was still a lot closer, Barack Obama still won because he was able to mobilize his supporters through cyber activism, and it helped him organize his grassroots movements through social media because his communication efforts from his team, from his campaign team, were second to none in comparison to the other candidates. So all this analysis of social media and politics at the national level, but there tends to be a lacking in terms of how is social media affecting politics at the local level? Why aren't people talking about it? Why aren't people looking into why are local citizens so affected by social media in their local elections? So in 2011, my local school district had just passed a school tax levy, to fund their schools because we had taken a big hit and we had to cut $13 million from our school budget in a span of 6 years. So we put a school levy on the ballot, issue 2, and in that election, we did not have social media in supporting the school levy. The levy failed miserably. Now, for more reasons than just not having a social media page. But this just goes to show social media is so important. So, more local information. These are school board candidates from this past school board election. The 3 top vote getters, Jerry Browning, Pat McCourt, and Katie Millad, all on social media, very active and interactive with candidates and constituents. They won the votes. So what I'm trying to get at is, to be a modern campaign, to win an election, to advocate with your constituents, to be cyber active, you must be on social media and you must be active with your constituent base in an election. It has to happen. Thank you.